The Man of Steel. I can't believe it's been 10 years. I still remember seeing this movie with my buddy Johnny. Went to the theater. I remember being excited for it. I remember when Henry Cavill was cast and I called him Henry Cavill. A lot of us called him Henry Cavill. Some people still call him Henry Cavill, I've heard. But I still remember the buildup of it. The first image of him in front of the safe. Just the buildup of it. Being excited because I was already a Zack Snyder fan because I've seen every one of his movies. Except for the Owl movie in the movie theaters. I didn't see the Owl movie in the movie theaters, but I saw all the other ones in movie theaters. I saw Dawn of the Dead. I saw 300. I saw Sucker Punch. I saw Watchmen. I saw all of them in the movie theaters except for that one. But I was excited because I was like, all right, Zack Snyder, interesting. And I remember hearing that Christopher Nolan, of course, was producing, which, of course, that's a great story. That's a great story that after his Dark Knight trilogy that he made, Warner Brothers wanted him to do the same thing to Superman, but he was like, nope, that's not my bag. But I know a guy because I love this Watchmen movie. Check this guy out. I refer this dude, just the way the music and everything. And the close-ups and the artsy stuff. Look at like stuff like that. By the way, I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys watched the commentary. I think it was it was the commentary stuff. He talked about how when it came to those close-ups of things, those artsy art house type shots, he just shot those himself. He just shot them because he was like, yeah, maybe we could fit them somewhere. And he even said that there was like people that said, why are you going to put shots like that in a Superman movie? And sure enough, it's in the first fucking trailer.
Anyone.
Yeah, the Jonathan Kent trailer and showing this. I mean, you talk about grounding Superman. My God. And then, of course, and then that shot right there. So freaking cool. So cool. Gave you goosebumps, man. Gave you goosebumps. When you saw that teaser trailer, that gave you goosebumps. You're like, oh shit. Boop. Man of Steel 10. Showing this shot right there. I mean, that is a sexy shot. That is a big time sexy shot of Cavill right there. He's just like, hey girl. That's right. Even I'm getting lost in his eyes. Thank you for coming on this amazing journey with me. We got this right here that Mr. Mick right here said the force for good in this world, and we gotta love that. Autumn Frost, Action Comics, same font, pretty sweet. And then of course we had Entertainment Weekly posting Henry Cavill on the cover, the new Superman, meet the new Superman. It's crazy. Yeah, and I remember this one. I don't remember the first one, but I remember this cover right here, and it was like, whoa, look at that costume. I thought the costume was good. I did make fun of the costume at first when we first revealed it. I was like, is it made out of a dodgeball? So I thought that was, but I love how they said like was released 10 years ago today. Here you will find a shirtless Henry Cavill training for the role. For scientific purposes, of course. It's the best Superman movie, in my opinion. And like I said, when it comes to James Gunn and Superman Legacy, I mean, good luck trying to defeat that. I hope I hope I can go into Superman Legacy and say, oh wow, this is the best Superman I've ever seen. But the bar is super high when it comes to Man of Steel. When it came to earlier this week, a lot of people were also trying to, of course, when it comes to this discourse with the Flash, there's people that just really, really have this hate for the Flash. So they were using Michael Shannon's quotes when he was talking. I mean, obviously he's been doing interviews, and they were basically using the quote because a lot of these like Twitter handles and headlines were not showing the full quote, which happens because they knew that fanboys and girls would get riled up and start arguing with each other, and they get more engagement. Because what they actually put out there was like, when he was asked about, returning everything, he said, yeah, I'm not going to lie, it wasn't quite satisfying for me as an actor. These multiverse movies are like somebody playing with action figures. It's like, here's this person, here's that person, and they're fighting. It's not quite the in-depth character study situation that I honestly felt Man of Steel was. Whether people think that's crazy or not, I don't even care. And then, of course, he says, I really felt that Man of Steel was actually a pretty sophisticated story. And then that was pretty much it. And all, there's people that are just like, see, he didn't care about that. But then it's like, well, then there's the last part. He says, I feel like the Flash is too. Hello. He also said the Flash is too. But it's not Zod's story. I'm basically there to present a challenge. So that's what was kind of funny about that. It was like people left out that part where he said, the Flash is too. But of course, they didn't want to do that because, again, ammunition to throw at people. Like, here you go. Yeah, that's right. Sophisticated. Flash sucks. The Flash sucks. He don't care.